We are going to see how Kiswahili became both the national and the official language in East Africa. There is a difference between national language and official language. We will also understand what is the difference between official language and national language. In Kiswahili we say tunaenda kuchambua tujue tofauti ya lugha Kiswahili kama lugha ya taifa na pia Kiswahili kama lugha rasmi. In Tanzania, Kiswahili is both the national language and the official language. In Kenya, Kiswahili is the national language, but English is the official language. In Uganda, none of the above. In Uganda, English is the national language, and Luganda is the official is the English is the official language and the national language, but when it comes to being a national language, Kiganda shares with English. Now, what is the difference between national language and official language? The official language is the language that is usually used in even all official functions. That is, if you remember when you are in school, there are some schools. I remember Bagadi Road Primary School, we also had that problem. There are some schools where even when you speak Swahili within the school, it becomes a problem. But I'll excuse my primary school because at the time when I was there, Kiswahili was not the national language. Or could I say Kiswahili became the national language when I was at Bagadi Road Primary School. So the day-to-day discussions are supposed to be done in the national language, but in the national language. But official language, it means that all government the correspondences have got to be conducted in the national, in the official language. Now in Tanzania, any government tender, any government correspondence is done in Kiswahili. But in Kenya, all documentation and whatever in official documentation or even official communications are done written in English. That is why it is the official language. But in Tanzania, the official language for correspondences is Swahili. But when you speak to people here and there, in both countries, it is the national language. For you to understand that, I'll take you to Canada. In Canada, they have two national languages and two official languages. If you go to, I don't know whether it is Muthaiga or Gigiri or in between there, where the Canadian High Commission is, you'll find that every advertisement that is made, it is made in both French and English. So any written communication according to the Constitution of Canada, it has to be done in the two languages. So official language is the correspondence language. The national language is the language of speaking. Now, when did this start? In Tanzania, when Tanzania attained independence in 1961, the then Prime Minister, who later not Tanzania, Tanganyika. When Tanganyika attained independence in 1961, the then Prime Minister for Tanganyika, who later became the first president of the only president of Tanganyika, because he also became the president of Tanzania after uniting with Zambia. Mwalimu Julius Kabarage Nyerere ordered that Kiswahili be both the national language and the official language, meaning that wherever you go, you speak in Kiswahili, and any correspondence you make, you do it in the Swahili language. That was done in Tanzania in 1961, in Tanganyika, when 1961, when Tanganyika attained independence. What about Kenya? Kenya attained independence in 1963, but we continued having English both as a national language and the official language. On 7th July, not 7th, hii maneno ya sabasaba imeniingilia sana. On 4th July 1974, for you to remember very well, let me tell you, on the United States Independence Day in 1974, that is 4th July 1974, the then president of Kenya, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, said that from that day henceforth, Kiswahili is going to be the national language. I remember that time my mother was very happy about it. Actually, I didn't even know the implication it had. She was saying, we grew up talking Kiswahili and everything. So she was overjoyed and said, you know what is, yeah, I said, I don't know. From now henceforth, Kiswahili itakuwa lugha ya taifa. But what does that mean? She told me, if you go to the government office, you will not be required to speak in English. That is what my mother told me. And further inquiries had it that unless maybe you are from those marginalized areas or you are very old or whatever, but the government did not discourage people from making reports and even interacting within government offices in any other language but English. So from 4th July 1974, which is the same day as the Independence Day of 1974, the US Independence Day of 1974, that is when in Kenya Kiswahili became the national language. You can go to any office in the country from 1974, July 4th, up to today and even tomorrow. You go and talk to the person in Kiswahili. But what they have not done, they have not declared Swahili as a national language, as the official language. It was declared on Independence Day 1974 as the national language, but it was never declared as the official language. Meaning that any correspondence that you make to any government department in Kenya, you have to make it in English. You are also allowed to make it in Swahili or any other vernacular, but it has to be accompanied by a certified translation of it in English. In Tanzania, my understanding of Tanzania is you can write in English if you want to, but you are encouraged to write it in Swahili. But in Kenya, if you write anything in Swahili or any other language, you are encouraged to put there a certified translation of what you have said into English. Now that in short is the difference between the national language and the official language, with special emphasis of Kiswahili in both Kenya and the United Republic of Tanzania. Thank you and continue enjoying my videos.